listening to WRRS 22, pirate radio for the wasteland. I've got some news about the odd findings that this passing merchant told me. This guy told me he eyed the hairiest man alive, dipping his big old fingers into a jar of honey. I asked him if it was down at the Marinade, the sweet cherry, and he told me no. It was in the swamps out a little west of the city. But the strange thing is, he was wearing a yellow suit. Sounds like a pretty tall tale to me, from this big bird. Anyways, time to let the show roll.
You all went on a mission to kill Marty Buffont in the sunken sewers of Bourbon Street, and formulated a plan to not only kill Marty Buffont, but also the emissaries of Caesar's Legion that you had found out were in Old New Orleans. You threw a frag mine into the room. It exploded. It killed Marty Buffont and the emissaries from Caesar's Legion. You all let some of the musicians that were playing at this private kind of speakeasy live, and you all essentially escaped back to Knight Rajier and Knight Captain Carmen, and made a deal with them that since you all were doing the assassination, you would take the heat while they spent time kind of reorganizing Old Nolans. Are there any questions as to anything prior to or such?
No.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of disbelief that it was Buffont that got blown up. Like it just felt very Fallout.
Wait,
like here's this boss.
Didn't we still cut out his tongue?
Yeah, I think we made it a point to
you have
get a trophy.
Oh, we have the whole head? Jesus.
I mean that
the whole head.
Yeah.
It's not real weird. That's a bit weird. That's a bit dark even for our group. We were upset.
Kill confirmed.
But
listen, Lonnie's got daddy issues, okay?
I don't think you all actually believed that you killed him.
No.
But do you blame us?
I mean, no, but oftentimes it's like, you set up it's a Hitman level. Like think of like that's the way that was designed. It's like, actually killing the target in Hitman is like you just pull your pistol out and shoot him.
Yeah, nothing in the past 9 levels has gone that smoothly though. Wow. Like there's
no trust. I feel zero trust in
you're doing your job right.
Who's to blame?
I feel like that's good.
You're doing your job right then. Wear that like a badge of honor.
I will. The other badge of honor that is being worn is essentially very quickly after. I'm going to kind of summarize 3 days, and we can talk about what your characters do, but I'm going to kind of summarize some events that happened post the assassination of Marty Buffont. You all let these musicians live, and they correctly identified you to the authorities, which gave you massive heat in Old Nolans as the people that killed Marty Buffont. There was a giant parade where they took what was left of his body and moved it through the town, and he was so well respected by everyone. It was being led in the procession by the essentially interim mayor of Old Nolans, which was Esther, the Voodoo Queen. Knight Rajier and Knight Captain Carmen are involved now in kind of like restructuring Old Nolans, and it has been let slip that essentially they are clones. The people of Old Nolans are clones, but the reasoning given is this is a salvation that Marty Buffont has bestowed upon them, almost in a religious way, because the coming doom of Old Nolans will happen, but Marty Buffont will save them in the end by giving them a rebirth. Knight Captain Carmen and Knight Rajier are trying to dispel those rumors and that kind of like philosophy. They're trying to get people working together They've been working with the super mutants. Things have been going on, trying to reestablish structure. The main bit of it is being done by both of them, but they have asked you to kind of stay out of it until you have a good grasp on what's going on. But I guess the caveat is you all still need to worry about this giant monster that is coming towards Old Nolans. And so they have kind of given you free reign of both the you have free reign of the train yard that you've stationed a lot of your Rising Silo settlement members in, as well as the Raiders of Christmastown, but also the power plant that the Brotherhood of Steel had previously occupied. Not very members of the Brotherhood of Steel are left because Paladin Buffon had scattered a lot of the more militarized members. So really, all that's left are a bunch of scholars, scribes, and big minds for the Brotherhood, and they've been combing over records. 3 days are passing where you all are not allowed in Old Nolans. So I'm curious what each character is deciding to do with these 3 days. This isn't an official downtime because everything's kind of like closed down. You all are trying to keep to yourselves. But what are you using 3 days to do?
Yeah, I think for Clark, 3 days is like 3 weeks to him at this point. So it's kind of unfortunate. But I think he would spend the time training, actually, keeping sort of up to things. I think maybe there's perhaps a little bit of anxiety starting to creep in with, all the hair changes and things like that. He's feeling a little bit older, so keeping up with training. Intense training.
What about Hazel?
So Hazel's going to do some intense training also and try and get a little bit more upper body strength. And she's also going to set up a little area for their turtle, their two-headed turtle that they have now, their mascot.
I like that. Lonnie Haybear. What's Lonnie Haybear doing?
Lonnie is probably learning a lot about his energy weapons. He's had the Satch gun for such a long time, but have never really taken the time to appreciate it and understand the inner workings and stuff. And that's kind of been a little bit out of his comfort zone. Sort of the more non-mechanical things is what he's primarily worked on before. Sort of like that civic or civil engineering. So learning a bit more about that, as well as like the power armor and stuff, just really taking time to figure out electrical. We've got like masonry down, we've got construction down. Now we're learning electrical. Eventually we'll get to plumbing.
I like it. General contractor's license coming up.
Yeah, I'm becoming an electrical journeyman.
Pep Hackett, what's Pep doing during this 3 days period?
I think during this 3 days, just remembering that I believe Maybelline was lost in the city, correct? Our car.
Maybelline was Maybelline was lost in the city. I'm pretty sure.
I think it was left.
I think there Maybelline's in the possession of the other group.
It originally was. I'll have to look back on. I'll have to do a geolocate on Maybelline. So let me do a find.
Did somebody put an air tag on Maybelline?
Yeah.
So I think Pep would spend those days kind of scavenging and scrounging for parts to build another car.
Also,
as well as doing some athletic training and increasing his athletics.
God, did everyone but me just do cardio?
I think Clark just talked.
Oh, okay.
Maybe to himself.
So during this 3 days, Brotherhood of Scribes have been kind of going back through a lot of the top secret files that Paladin Buffon kept, and has not shared with lower members of the Brotherhood of Steel. Essentially looking for solutions to this monster issue, which is looming quite close. What they have found is a strange mission report that mentions a number of monsters guarding a vault in the woods. This vault is known to have some essentially core knowledge about what this monster is, and possibly how it works, how it's connected to the other monsters from the ground that you all have encountered before, and maybe even how to defeat said monster. But all that's left is essentially a scrap of map that details a journey that takes place like almost like 50 miles outside of Old Nolans, in some backwater swamp area. And I think due to the nature and mystery of this mission and the fact that you all can't really do anything in Old Nolans due to your wanted status, you all have gone down to investigate and find more out about this area. You all have taken essentially the vertibird along with a Brotherhood of Steel pilot and have had them drop you off at what you think is the beginning of this map, which is Burns Refuge. I will give your attention to roll 20 right now, and I'll tell you exactly where you are. Burns Refuge essentially is a sign in this giant swamped area that has these mangled trees. Here, like boat flies and blood wings, whatever they're called, buzz through the air.
Be careful. It was getting really suggestive here for a moment.
Oh, I know. There's like a weird disparity between like what's solid dirt and what's just like murky swamp. Like it's almost like it feels like quicksand is everywhere in some aspect, because like where the swamp begins and where it ends is kind of non-existent. Everything feels like it's both solid and liquid. Green lights are kind of like blinking in and out around a lot of these like Spanish moss covered trees. And there is a large little sign that reads Burns Refuge. On the map, there are also 3 other locations that are listed out in front of it. What are you all doing here? What's kind of the conversation, the idea based on this information?
What are the sight lines like in this area?
In sight lines, what are you talking about?
I have a scoped rifle. If one wanted to investigate the area without treading into this half liquid, half solid ground, is it hilly? Are there a lot of things blocking sight lines? It kind of looks New Vegas-ish, where you could probably get a good view, but there might be a few obstructions based off of like location. So
you can kind of get essentially you can get a good view of the area that you have a map for. Things beyond that, like based on like based on where you are with the sign, you can kind of spy these other areas that you see on your map. But anything beyond that is tough to see just based on like your reference point and where you are. So
okay.
yeah, it's kind of New Vegas-y in that regard, but just because you kind of know where to keep and see.
But sometimes there's a hill that blocks your view, and sometimes there's an inopportune sandbag bunker or whatever that just kind of
right.
Okay, I got it.
There's going to be no unless you go off the mapped area, you're not going to run into any issues.
So is this kind of pine flats, or are we still sort of in a?
It looks like it could have been pine flats, but like the swamp and area, like when you think about like Louisiana, it's more water than you think it is. Like I think it's like 60% of Louisiana is technically underwater, so it is watery all around. think of like a Dagobah from Star Wars, but a little less dense.
Okay.
Do we know who Burns is? Do we know like who it's named after or any background information?
Why don't you do a we'll do a check for that. I haven't done one of these in months, it feels like. Do an intelligence plus a survival check for me for a difficulty 3.
Intelligence. Survival. Scroll down. There we go.
With a 20, you start looking at the sign, and you think to yourself that maybe like Burns was this man that owned a nuclear plant that just like had it, and then this is what he made with the nuclear plant, just made all this swamp. I'm not sure what to do a complication on for that, so just like the dumbest idea you could possibly have, you had it.
But I'm going to firmly believe that my theory
You're really convinced it's true.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think this was like a pre-war nuclear like billionaire, and he owned all this, and he built it, and it's like his own little camp here. But it's like, no, it's probably full of radioactivity and traps. But maybe there's also a treasure, guys. I bet you there's a treasure here.
This is reasonable.
Clear treasure.
All right, so is there a place that you all want to go?
I don't know that one.
Well, obviously look for the treasure. Yeah, I think the Stonehenge with bonfire.
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but that.
Yeah,
especially if that's an active campfire. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you all headed that way? All right, cool. You all come up on this clearing almost in the trees, and you see 8 tall, rectangular, weathered stones that are situated around an active bonfire. In this bonfire, outside of it, a ghoulish man is almost like silhouetted by it. The stones each have nailed hands, but only on 6 of 8 of them. These hands that are almost like driven in with a rusty nail, and you can tell the blood is pouring down from them. And this man is just staring into the fire, almost not noticing you all. What are you all going to do?
I think that's Burns.
Do you think he was like the last guy in the cult, and like he was the ones who were like tasked with like nailing in the second to last guy's hands, but then he realized like there was nobody to like nail his hands into the last one?
There's not enough stones though. Like they're like maybe. Oh god, he's going to recruit us, isn't he? There needs to be a pair of hands for each stone, and then Lonnie looks around like, well,
I mean, he's got 2 hands, and there's 6 hands, and there's only like 2 stones left. So like, we could help this guy.
We could offer to help, or he's batshit crazy.
Well, either way, cutting off his hands is like the worst idea.
Clark, okay, you know how your thumb came back?
Yeah. I don't think that's going to happen to this guy.
No, I'm not talking about that.
You want to cut off my hands?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to.
All right, nobody is cutting off anybody's hands.
I don't want to cut off your hands.
Last time,
but like if it comes down to it,
I have 2 swords actually. So if anybody's doing any cutting,
guys, why does a nuclear billionaire need our hands? It doesn't make any sense.
No, the stones.
I think we're a little off. I think the topic's drifted a bit. Maybe we should figure out why somebody crucified this dude.
Is he?
Ask him.
Was he?
All right. I'll go up and I will talk to the Million Mile stair guy.
Oh yeah. You walk up to him. He's kind of like illuminated by the fire. He's not in the fire. He's not. His hands are roughly there. He turns around. He's kind of in a white button-down shirt that's very ragged, and a vest and some slacks. And he's a ghoul by nature. And he turns and looks at you, and he says, "Ah, greetings, travelers. Wonderful to see such friendly faces out here in my wonderful domain. How are you all?"
Yeah, he's part of the cult.
Don't like cults at all. We are just passing through, and we're wondering if there's any points of interest around here you wouldn't mind pointing out to us.
Oh, my lovely dear, this is what I would call the ultimate point of interest. This is the most interesting point in all of the world because I am beginning a very, very special ritual, and a boon has happened upon me that you all might be here to help me.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes. What if I told you that I could find a way to speak with the dead?
I could definitely see a way that I could help you out with a ritual that would let you speak to the dead. I could find a way to very easily help you do that.
That's perfect, because I've already done almost 75% of it. And this, your help would. Have you ever had a loved one that died that you would want to talk to again? Anyone from your life, like a secret or something that you must know from someone that you knew before. I can help you.
You've put in all the work. You've put in all the work. Who do you want to speak with?
I was going to say, I don't really have anybody that I want to speak to, but I have sent literally countless people to their loved ones.
It's true.
Well, I assure you that I'm not looking to sacrifice anyone or kill anyone or anything like that.
Sacrifice?
Nothing.
Wow. Who mentioned sacrifice?
Oh, this wouldn't be a sacrifice.
You see, I wish to not only speak to loved ones, but I wish to gain their power. And I feel like that I have put in the work that I can be a conduit for the rest of my life for this. But the only thing that I need is I need 2 of your hands. Just 2. That's it. And it doesn't even have to be from the same person. It can be from a different person. But
Lonnie, I told you he was going to say some stupid shit. I told you he was going to say some stupid shit.
I get it. Okay, so let's break this down.
Every day. Every fucking day.
I know. It starts off good, and then they try. So what's wrong with your hands?
Oh, my hands. You see, if I have lost my hands, I won't be able to complete the ritual that only I know, that's been passed down to me. So therefore, I can't lose my hands because I will need to essentially light them aflame at the end.
Light your hands
I'll tell you
on fire?
what.
Okay, so...
Oh, yeah.
All right, so... so you just need to be able to light your hands on fire afterward.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so do they have to be attached when they are lit aflame?
Yes, they do.
You sure we couldn't light your legs on fire and it worked the same? I mean, feet are basically hands.
My jolly
I was
friends,
thinking the same thing.
You all are so smart and scientific, and this is a point where science fails, and ritual demands its reverence.
How close are these stones?
I need to keep my hands so that they can
What have you been cutting hands off with?
I mean, I have a machete in my back pocket that I've been using to cut the hands off.
It's not even consecrated. Gosh,
unsanitary.
I was kind of hoping you'd say ceremonial knife, and okay, all right.
Well, how about
what you really need is a scalpel and a bone saw.
I'm up
to
for
do
a
it
bit of
properly.
sport today. I'm feeling sporty. I've been down a little bit, and you know what? I have an idea. How's this? If you can cut off my hands before I cut off your hands, then you can use my hands for the ritual. But if I cut your hands off first, I mean, we're just gonna leave you here.
I got 10 caps on Clark.
That's a sucker's bet. That seemed to escalate.
Do a charisma plus barter for a difficulty 3, I would say.
I gotta remember how to do this. Jesus.
And if I recall correctly, Clark has smooth talker.
Yeah.
Naturally, I do. I'll reroll one of them.
Honey.
Yeah, it's not the best reroll I've ever done in my life.
Woof.
I don't think he's gonna be sporting, is he?
The guy kind of looks at you and your and here's your proposal and says to you as I appreciate you trying to come up with an idea or something, but the method that I have is foolproof. And frankly, if you all don't help me, you won't know of these secrets and mysteries that are, quite frankly, universe changing. Have you ever seen anything unexplainable in your life? This is, I assure you, this is like
Buddy,
that.
We have seen some shit. You don't even know.
Like on a daily basis, it feels like. Maybe
How
not
much
the past
have
few.
you seen then?
A lot.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Have you been in the
Like
sewers of
about
Alden
Luke.
Islands?
Surprising amount.
But my friends, this transcends any kind of infrastructure that you've managed to peer your way through. This is the veil between life and death. You must help me.
I don't have to must
Wait,
do
does
anything.
it have to be one? Does it have to be our hands? Can I just bring you back some other hands?
That's a good question. I think that would make a lot of sense, actually. If
Okay.
you brought me back another 2 more hands, I mean, then we could.
Do they have to
The
be-
only thing is, they would need to be fresh.
Do they have to be from the same person? So say I got one hand from one person and one hand from another person.
He
Would that
did
work?
say they wouldn't have to be from the same person. So,
Yeah, they don't have to be from the same person.
Yeah, okay.
Do they have to be human hands?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They have to be at one point human hands, yes, or else they have to be
Okay.
sentient.
Sentient. Okay. Maybe we get back to you. We've got some more exploring to do here, but
That's fantastic. I think that's great. I'm going to need one of you to stay here because this is a very secret operation and I cannot have you all running off, spreading my secrets about. So if one of you could stay here, that would be fantastic.
well, how about we promise
If I
not to
stay
tell
here-
anybody?
If I stay here, I might get bored and kill you.
he's got a point, and
You're
I think
running
that's.
us. Yeah.
I think it's either going to be Clark or me, because Clark will volunteer for this, like no problem. But I'm not going to let anybody else stick around here, and I presume I'm wearing power armor.
I'm
Not
fine staying
soon.
here. I could chill here. I could take a little nap. But I swear to God, if you touch me, I will kill you.
He will.
But if you're chill,
At
we can just hang out.
At this point, could you make a? I would say a not an agility plus athletics check for me, Clark.
Oh, buddy.
And that's a natty 1.
Refresh a luck point.
Great, yeah.
Yeah.
And
The,
generate. And I'll put an AP in the pool.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that sounds great. You see this man pull out a shotgun from his pocket and rips it out and shoots it at you. and you all are now in combat with him. The initiative order, I'm going to start populating out here.
With my high
combat with
my high roll, can I get priority for this initiative? I might already have it with my agility, but
I'm going to clap to remind myself that I'm going to cut all this. All right, so Clark, you are up first with your special opportunity attack. What are you going to do here?
Are we close range?
You are all close range, yes. You're all speaking to him around a bonfire.
I mean, I also have a shotgun now, so I kind of want to, like, show him what's what. Yeah. Be like, oh, really?
At it.
Yeah, I think I'll just keep it simple, and we'll just do a little shotgun blast here. I don't have anything fancy to put with it, so. Oh, well.
You are at close range. Success, but you're gonna do your damage because one is at close range. You're gonna do your damage, but your gun is gonna jam after this for one turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's 6 damage. And let's see here. Yeah, you shoot him. You shoot him. Hit him. You can call a shot because you have a pit boy.
I was just gonna say center mass.
Yeah, center mass. You just shotgun blast him to the chest, and he just takes it, and there's blood kind of like pouring out of each little hole on him, and he looks almost uncaring about this. Right. And next up in the order is Lonnie K-Bear. Lonnie, what are you doing?
A satch gun to the left leg.
That's great. You can roll that. Yeah, you shoot off your satch gun, and it's like toodaloo, toodaloo, and it just fires and just hits the bonfire, and it just like there's like a little spark, a little extra flame.
Yeah, I asked him to dance, and he danced.
You were just a little nervous.
Lonnie Haybear. Excuse me, Pep Hackett.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to shoot him in the left leg.
Okay, tell me a little bit about these pillars. Do they look like...
they are stone.
Does it look like if I, like, did a running start and kind of, like, ran my shoulder into it that I could knock one over?
I say that you could try that. They look like ancient stone pillars that have been here for like your character doesn't have any concept of Stonehenge, but that's what they look like.
All right, maybe I'll just see him take a shotgun blast, but I'm gonna try to whack him with the base hammer.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that for close range.
Hold on, sorry, guys. Scroll into my character sheet, my weapon. All right, now this is me not remembering how to play. Where do I click on there to roll with an attack with that?
You can click on just the word. Yeah, under the purple tab of weapons, you can just click on the name.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, pop something up. It did.
You'll need to click on you did the damage, so that can be your damage of how much damage you do. But you'll need to click on the name, like the actual like word name, and that should pop it up. Not the drop down or anything, just like the physical text.
There we go. That's the trouble of doing a pop out window from my character sheet is I always miss where the input value is, or the pop up.
Yeah.
Honey.
Oofy. You actually gain a luck point. So make sure to add that in your character sheet with a 1.
I'm adding 2 action points to the pool as well.
Yeah, you just you take your base hammer and you sling like how do you tell me how you killed this man with a base hammer?
I think Pep's gonna do a sort of an under like an uppercut like hit.
Golf swing.
Golf swing. He's gonna golf swing and do some sweet chin music on this ghoulie boy.
Yeah, and he just flies backwards, incapacitated, and not breathing. So you will have managed to kill this summoner of sorts. What are you all doing?
Well, I want shotgun shells.
Good idea.
Okay, yeah, you can get some shotgun shells. There you go. You got you would have. Well, he does have actually. It's in the thing. Yeah, 4 shotgun shells. Congratulations.
Oh, good. You got any
If
other
you want a
shit?
shotgun, you can have a shotgun.
What kind of shotgun is it?
Got an outfit. He's got a machete and a book of just like scribbles, indecipherable.
I'll take that. Thank you. What is it with mental, like, homicidal maniacs and their inability to write anything that can be transcribed or understood? I mean, it's like a psychosis.
Guys, should we grant him his final wish and nail his hands to this thing?
I mean, that sounds like a terrible idea, and I think we should do it. Because if it works, who knows?
I mean, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool. I think we should just, we could just, wrap one of our hands in, some, gauze or something and light that on fire just to see. To see.
As a medical practitioner, I recommend against us lighting our hands on fire.
You're saying you couldn't figure out how to light my hands on fire.
I didn't say I couldn't. Okay. I said it's not a good idea.
Well,
you're going to do it anyway, though, aren't you, Clark?
I'm just saying, let's cut off his hands and nail him to the thing, and then we can decide whose hands we light on fire.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Thank you.
Might as well. At the very least, it's sort of like just desserts.
I don't want to use a stupid machete.
What if it's like
I'll take the machete because it scales up with the armor. So like Lonnie with the combat knife, and then the power armor with the machete. Like it just looks more aesthetically pleasing. The combat knife and the power armor, not a good look.
It looks silly.
Yeah,
you gotta have a bigger weapon.
Yeah, I can't.
Right, so
I can't really throw them well.
Are you doing anything ritualistic?
I think we've decided. Clark is going to cut off his hands with Bob, and he wants, he's going to look at Hazel and be like, "Look, it's that no mess. Cauterize it as we do it." I'm learning.
Are you?
Sure. Make sure if you. It's amateur hour.
Now,
I've got a multi-tool. And with the power armor, we'll just sort of dink, 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 put that into the stone. I don't think we'll need a pilot hole because power armor.
Right. So who's lighting the hands on fire here?
Nose goes.